everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diverse Goddess. It's Hannah, and we're still continuing the astrology series, and we only have 2 more signs to go. And today we will be diving into the Aquarius personality. So if you were born between January 20th and February 19th, then you were born under the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius is a fixed air sign, and their ruling planet is Uranus, and they are represented by the water bearer. So these folks at times tend to be the enigmas of the zodiac because sometimes people find it hard to understand them, and that makes a little bit of sense because their ruling planet is Uranus, which is the planet of uniqueness, freedom, and change. And all Aquarians will be very different, and they can range from being an emo or a nerdy scientist or a loner or a fashionista, but whatever form an Aquarius comes in, they will all share a common thread. And it's very hard to predict these people because they are very unpredictable at times. However, they came here to be different because they are the world changers. And in order to make a difference, you have to be different. And this is something that Aquarians understand. You see, Aquarians are the water bearer. They are the human holding a jug of water. And they're actually the only sign of the zodiac that is represented by a human besides Virgo, which is represented by a virgin woman. But like a human, these people are very humane, and they are the humanitarians of the zodiac. Aquarians will have many interests, but because they are the humanitarians, a lot of their energy and their interests will be focused on human interests and things such as psychology, or wondering why people do what they do and trying to find solutions, or how we can become better human beings. But whatever interests that an Aquarius has in life, it'll always somehow tie back into how we can have a better humanity or a better world. And because they are an air sign, they will be highly intellectual, and some people may even refer to them as a bit of an Einstein, because what they bring with them is a deep understanding of many subjects, but especially in human behavior and also healing. And at times they may even seem a bit psychic in their understanding, because these folks tend to just know things, because they also are the sign of the knowers. And due to this sense of knowing, these people tend to be visionary. Their thought process is usually always in the future, and oftentimes seeing things before they happen. Or they'll have a deep understanding of what needs to be done to create a better world. And so oftentimes Aquarians can even be ahead of their time, because a lot of people can't understand or see the vision that Aquarius sees, and it's so clear to them. Oftentimes they will be the black sheep of friends or family or of humanity. However, this is actually an Aquarius gift because they are extremely accepting and understanding of people's differences and people being themselves. And an Aquarius will never apologize for being their authentic nature. And so they will never judge you for being different or being who you are. In a matter of fact, they will support you in it. Even if the whole world tells you that you are a freak because you are different, an Aquarius will be the one to tell you that it's okay and that you should continue being yourself anyway if that's who you are. Especially if who you are isn't hurting anybody. Just being different doesn't make it a crime. And a matter of fact, they will never respect anybody who can't be truly authentic to themselves, because they respect self-awareness. Aquarians are also lovers of freedom, and that includes freedom in all its forms. And they are also extremely independent, being the most independent sign in the zodiac. And they cannot stand if any part of their life feels restricted, because to them, freedom is a birthright. As a matter of fact, the fastest way to lose an Aquarius is to try to dominate, possess, or control them, or take away their freedom in any way. And they will oftentimes fluctuate between being very social and needing their alone time, because they do need their space and they need their freedom, but they also give freedom to others. These folks are also the sign of friendship and equality, being born under the 11th sign in the zodiac. Much like the number 11, both numbers are equal. They both stand independently and on their own, but they are equal. And these folks also have a belief that they belong to everyone and yet to no one. And because they are the sign of friendship, they will indeed have a very friendly and open, warm nature about them, oftentimes being very fun and even witty and humorous. And so they will have a lot of charisma to them, and it'll be very hard for people not to feel like they're close to an Aquarius. However, An Aquarius will know a lot of people in life, but very few people will indeed be close to an Aquarius or know them deep inside. Aquarians oftentimes get a bad rep for being aloof or unemotional, but that is because they are an air sign, and unlike the water signs that wear their emotions on their sleeve and live in them, Aquarians' emotions are more contained. They are the water bearer holding the jug of water. So their feelings and emotions, or water, is contained inside of a jug, so to speak. And so Aquarians will always know how they feel, and they will always know what is inside that jug. It's just that they will tend to be extremely choosy of who they share that with. You see, most Aquarians grew up being told just how different they are, and a lot of times they weren't accepted for their differences, or even told that they were bad for being different. And when they would try to share how they feel or express their feelings, they were oftentimes stifled or told that their feelings don't matter. And so Aquarians very much listen to what people say to them and also see how people respond to them, and they will act accordingly or adjust as needed. And some Aquarius can become extreme introverts and retreat from the world and actually become the opposite of what they came here to do, because after being disappointed by people, these are the ones that have kind of given up on humanity. Because Aquarians do truly have a deep understanding of what it means to be human and humane in a way that a lot of people don't always get. But that is actually the challenge or the lesson of an Aquarius, that even though the world may not accept them or understand them or be ready to hear what they have to share, but the world needs it anyway, and they should do it anyway, because that is why they are here. And that is also why they see light years into the future. However, they were given the energy of detachment and aloofness for a reason, and not to hide away from the world, but if that energy is channeled correctly, because they are the sign of the people, and it takes a certain amount of strength and energy to hold the energy of everyone, this distance and space allows them to be able to stay balanced. Otherwise, it would be overwhelming. Because again, Aquarians are the water bearer, and so they are here to water the world and all its gardens, and they're not here to water just one flower. They're here to water all the flowers. When it comes to relationships, Aquarians can indeed be loyal. However, they will need a relationship that comes with a lot of freedom. And they will very rarely be jealous, needy, or clingy, and they will also seek those qualities in their partner. And they will also seek somebody who is secure within themselves. And if you are able to touch an Aquarius heart, you will truly have someone who will appreciate what makes you unique. But in truth, it is actually very hard to touch an Aquarius person's heart, because even though they can be uber friendly and open, that doesn't mean that you've touched their heart. It just means that they might see you as a really great friend to them, because they are the sign of friendship after all. However, Aquarians take their friendships very seriously and value their friendships highly, and they can never be with someone who doesn't value friendship first. To them, that is the foundation, and in a lot of ways, they will want to be with someone who they consider their best friend. And Aquarians will be extremely choosy if they ever decide to settle down, and some may never settle down. However, if they decide to, their lack of jealousy won't be because they don't care. It'll be because they've already dissected your personality under a microscope, and so they already know you inside and out. And so they already know that you're trustworthy, which is why they chose you in the first place. And they will indeed know you inside and out, and they will know things about you that you didn't even realize that they knew, or things that you thought they missed. Because these folks tend to see right into you or through you, and they will understand you in a way that very few people ever will. Because these folks are the masters of understanding people. They are the humanitarians after all. So Aquarians really are here to show the rest of us how to truly be our authentic self, and that being different is not a bad thing, and how to love with freedom, and how to care about each other and understand that the world needs mending through change. And so that wraps up just some of the characteristics of an Aquarius personality. And so on that note, I'm going to end today's video. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And you can also find me on Instagram at Hannah Rokes. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!